Hi, can you hear me? Okay. So just wait for a while. Okay, still some students are going to join. Okay. Okay. So please type your name along with your ID card number. Okay, for the sake of attendance. And turn off your microphone. Okay. If you have any doubts, then you can turn on. So if anyone having audio problem, so please check your audio settings. So someone facing some audio problem. Okay. So I think Sai Kumar and Vamsi, so you both are not having okay proper audio. So please check your smartphones, okay, or laptops. Just check your audio settings, okay. So if anyone facing audio problem, And no need to share your video, just turn off your video. Okay. Okay, fine. So I'm starting this session. So you are able to view my screen, right? Okay. So please type your ID card number and your name. Otherwise, your call will disconnect. Okay. Okay, fine. So you are able to view my screen, right? Okay. So we are starting JavaScript. Okay. So when this, okay, fine. So when this JavaScript was released, okay, so JavaScript was released in 1995 by Brendan Eich. Okay, so in 1995, so Brendan Eich, okay, released this JavaScript in 1995. So by using JavaScript, we can create client-side dynamic web pages. Okay, so by using JavaScript, we are going to create client-side dynamic web pages. So client-side dynamic web pages means, so interaction between user and the web page. So whenever we are having an interaction between user and the web page is nothing but what? Client-side dynamic web pages. For example, so right now I'm typing here sivasoft.in. So right now, okay, so please turn off your microphones. Okay, please turn off your microphones. Okay. So if you have any questions, then you can turn on your microphone and you can speak, and even you can chat with me. Okay, fine. So now here, how the interaction between user and the web page. So right now I am visiting this sivasoft.in web page. So that's the reason. So I am the user. Okay. So here, so user is what? So sorry, user is who? So Shiva. Okay. Next, web page. So web page means, okay, so whatever we are viewing in our browser, some information. Okay. As a user, I am able to view this particular web page. So right now I can have some interaction here. So as a interaction, what I'm trying to do here, I am placing the cursor on this scrolling text. As a user, I am giving some input. What is my input here? Placing the cursor on the scrolling text. So my input is placing the cursor on the scrolling text. What is the output from the web page? Scrolling has been stopped. Okay, so this is called what? Interaction. As a user, I am giving some input here. My input is what? Placing the cursor. What is the output? scrolling has been stopped. So this is an interaction. And again, as a user, I am removing the cursor from the scrolling text. Okay. And what is the output? Again, scrolling started. So this is also a kind of interaction. Okay. So next, observe at bottom. So as a user, I am clicking on this up arrow, nothing but scroll to top. So, okay. So whenever I am clicking as a user, my input is what? Clicking. What is the output? It is going to top. Okay. So my input is what? Clicking. And what is the output? It is going to the topmost. Are you getting that? Okay. So whatever this scrolling example, even here also, if I click on this, whatever the arrow button or top button, it goes to top. All these comes under what? A client-side interaction. Client-side interaction means interaction between user and the web page. So right now, simply I showed this example and this example. Okay, but you have some form validations. So where we are going to enter proper email ID, proper password and everything. Okay, so many examples we are having. But for right now, client-side dynamic web pages means interaction between user and the web page. Okay, so I think you got some clarification about so what is client-side dynamic web pages. So in case of HTML, the file extension is .html. In case of CSS, .css. Same like that, we save it with .js extension. So the file extension is what? .js. Okay. So as usual, so similar to JavaScript, just 1 second. Some students are calling. Just 1 second. Okay, so we save it with which extension? .js extension. Okay, so regarding JavaScript, it is case sensitive. So JavaScript is a case sensitive language. So uppercase, lowercase. Okay, so it's completely different. So JavaScript is a loosely typed language. So loosely typed language means, for example, if you go to C language, so if you go to C language, so what we are going to do, each and every time we will declare variables with data types. Okay, so variables means where we are storing some data. Okay, so now here we are storing what here? X equal to 10. Okay, so now we are storing 10 in X variable and we need to define what? Data type. Okay, then only in C language we are having some compilers, so it is going to accept. Okay, fine. So don't do anything in my screen. Okay, fine. So just view it. Okay, fine. So now int X equal to 10. So now we are storing X in 10, but in C language, we are having what? Compiler. So we are having what? Compiler. Okay. So what exactly compiler will do? It is going to recognize whenever int data type is available. Then only X will be recognized as what? 10. So now here I am going to have something like what? Char. Even we are having what? Float. Okay, even we are having what? So many other data types. But in case of JavaScript, in case of JavaScript, okay, so no need to declare variables with what? Data type. Okay, so for example, I am having x equal to 10. So variable is what here? X. In variable, I am storing 10 here. So no need to type int, char, float, something like that. So just one prefix should be there. What is that prefix? Var, that is enough. So var x equal to 10. So var y equal to 20. Okay. So that means JavaScript is nothing but what? A loosely typed language. That means no need to follow any strict rules here. If you go with C language, Java, those are all what? Strictly typed language. Okay, strictly you need to type with what? Data types like int, char, float, whatever. But in case of JavaScript, it is purely what? A loosely typed language. So even some people, they used to call it as what? Dynamically typed language. So dynamically typed language means no need to include what? Data types. Are you getting that? Okay. Fine. So now coming to JavaScript. Okay, so similar to CSS, here also we are having some types of scripts. So first one is what? Internal script, and the second one is what? External script. Okay, so as usual, similar to CSS, internal style sheet, here also internal script. Okay, so if we write script part in our HTML file itself is called what? Internal script. And the file extension is what? Dot HTML only. So, but in case of external script, so if we write script part outside our HTML file is called what? External script, and we save it with what? Dot JS extension. And also we can use JS file in multiple HTML files, nothing but reusability. So nothing but what? Reusability. Okay, so similar to CSS. Okay, so first we will go with what? Internal script. So here I am going to open a notepad. So I assume that we open a fresh notepad. As usual, we are having the structure. Okay, so HTML open, HTML close, head open, head close, body open, body close. So title open, title close. Okay, so this is our first script, internal script. Okay, so now I'm going to save it here. From here, file, save or save as anything. So I'm saving on desktop. So this is our JavaScript first program. So whatever it may be, the file extension is what? Dot HTML. So fine. So now I'm going to write JavaScript syntax. So without following any rules and regulations, so blindly I'm writing the JavaScript syntax. So in CSS, we are using style tag. In JavaScript, we need to use script tag. but right now I am writing directly. So here I am writing JavaScript head. So without following any rules and regulations, blindly I am writing some syntax. Okay. So now go and check the output. So I created HTML file, but in that blindly I wrote here what? JavaScript syntax. Okay. But our browser unable to recognize the JavaScript syntax because I created an HTML file. Are you getting that? Okay. So now I am going to type here script tag. So then what happens? Even if we save it with what? .html file also, whatever we are writing inside the script tag, that will be recognized as what? JavaScript syntax, and it is going to execute. So just refresh. So now in browser, I am able to view, okay, only the text, JavaScript head and JavaScript body. There is no any script tag, sorry, there is no any document dot write or anything. Because even if you save it with .html also, whatever we are writing inside the script tag, then browser will recognize as JavaScript syntax. Okay. And as usual, we are having some other attributes. No need to use this because type attribute is deprecated. So not only type attribute, even we are having another one is what? Language. So that is also deprecated. So now in this case, type and language attributes are what? Deprecated. So I think you know deprecated means what? Remove. So that means no need to use type or language attributes. Okay. In CSS also, no need to use type equal to text slash CSS. Okay. So this is called internal script. Okay. So now here I wrote a syntax. So even you can prefer either double quotation or single quotation. Okay, so here only single quotation, here only double quotation. Control S to save and refresh. I am not having any problem. Okay, fine. Now, what is this document? What is this write? Okay, and what is the use of writing the syntax like this, everything. So now see here. So before understanding what is document, so first of all, you should know the differences between window and document. Okay, so now see here. The total browser, so including this white space, even this URL, tabs, whatever it may be, the total browser, we are going to consider as what? Window. In JavaScript, the total browser, nothing but entire browser, we are going to consider as what? Window. Okay, then what is document? So what is document? Particular part in the window. So particular part in the window is nothing but what? Document. Okay, so is it clear, right? Okay, so now here the total, okay, so you can observe here the total browser we are considering as what? Window. Particular part, so particular part is nothing but what? Document. So by seeing this, okay, so what is the final conclusion? So your first step is what? Window, then only document. So that means first window is going to load. So then only document loads. So right now, don't bother about window concept, just bother about only document. Okay, so because we are having two concepts, one is DOM. So later we will discuss it clearly, document object model, which is very, very important. Even we are having BOM. BOM means browser object model. Okay. In document object model, all these syntaxes we are going to start with what? Document. In browser object model, all these syntaxes we are going to start with window. Okay, we are going to start with window. Okay, so whatever it may be, so right now leave it. So now you got some clarification about what is document. Okay, so now observe carefully. So I said that the whole browser is nothing but what? Window. Particular part is what? Document. Now right click, inspect, and go to elements and go and check inside the body. So don't bother about script, but check the output. JavaScript head, even JavaScript body, both are available inside the body tag only. So both are available inside the body tag. So if you observe JavaScript head, here where I wrote where? Inside the head part. JavaScript body inside the body part. But whenever I'm going to inspect and if I go to elements, everything is displaying where? Inside the body. So that means whatever the syntax or text or anything available inside the body, that one also you can consider as what? Document. Again, see here, the total browser is window. In that particular part is what? Document. So document means whatever we are going to display or whatever we are going to write inside the body, you can consider as what? Document only, no problem. Inside the body, document. So a small important point. Okay. So just 1 second. So I think 1 second. Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, so everything is fine. So next, so this is called what? Internal script. Now you understood what is document. Then what is write? So write is nothing but what? It is one of the predefined method. That's it. So write is nothing but what? It is one of the predefined method, or even you can also call it as what? A function which performs some action. Okay, which performs some action. So method always performs an action. Okay, so which is, so in this case what exactly write is doing here? It is displaying something in our browser. So what is that? Whatever we are writing inside the quotations. Okay, so now you got some clarification about this one. So later I will discuss about semicolon also, and you can use either double quotation or single quotation. But we should not use one double quotation or one single quotation like this. We should not use like this. So check it regarding JavaScript body. So we did not get anything because that is a syntax error. So syntax means set of rules. The rule is use either only double quotation or single quotation. Okay, so everything is fine. So now even you are able to understand regarding write also. Okay, so we are having one more method called write ln also. Okay, so now I'm going to explain the differences between write and write ln. So write and write ln, these two are what? Methods which performs some action. Okay, in this case, what exactly write or write ln is going to do? It is going to display something in our browser. Okay, so now I'm going to prefer write concept here. So JavaScript write one, JavaScript write to. To explain this example, I prefer to write everything inside the body. To avoid confusion, two times separately I am writing this to avoid confusion. Okay, so document dot write and document dot write ln. So Control S to say, right now, if you prefer either document.write or document.write ln, you will not find much difference. Okay, so see here, if I zoom out, control minus, in all the cases, the output is what? Same. So everything is going to display, okay, in a same line. So other than this, there is no any difference, but one small difference is there. What is that difference is, whenever we write document.write, see here, after write one, there is no any space. There is no any space. So that is only the difference right now you are going to find. But in case of write ln, okay, in between you are going to have some space. Okay. So whenever you are going to prefer document.write, see, write one, write two, in between write one and write two, there is no any space. In case of write ln, we are having the space. That is the one difference you are going to find. Okay. And another thing is, if you write pre tag, nothing but pre-formatted text, we discussed in our html. Okay, so if you write the pre tag, see, I am writing the pre tag for write, at the same time for write ln. Now go and check. So look and feel change, nothing but font family change. Don't bother about that. So what you need to bother here, write means it is displaying still in a same line. Write ln means it is displaying in a new line. So that is another difference. Okay. But in real time, we are not using write ln, just we are using what? Document dot write. Okay. So again, see here, we are having two methods which perform some action. Okay, that means some work. So what exactly that work, that action? Displaying something in our browser. So we are able to display everything. But if we use write statement, if we use write ln statement, both, okay, we are having some difference. So especially whenever we are using a pre tag, write ln means both the statements are displaying in a new line, write statements are displaying in a same line. Are you getting that? Okay, fine. So if I remove this already, you know that there is no any space between JavaScript write 1 and 2, but we are going to have a space between write ln1 and write ln2. So that is also another difference that you find. Okay. So in real time, we are not using write ln, just we are using always write statement. Why? Because if you want to display anything in a new line, so I want to display in a new line, JavaScript write one in one line, in a new line, I want write two. So here, no need to use write ln, again, no need to use, what is that? Pre tag and all those things. Just you can use your HTML tag also. So here, document dot write, either single quotation or double quotation, and just I'm going to use what here? BR, break. So now control S to save and check the output. So that's it. So no need to write again document.write. So no need to write again document.write. So just you can write what here? Okay, directly BR here also. So now go and check. So two ways. So separately you can write or directly you can write here also. Okay. So I think you got some clarification about, okay. So differences between write and write ln, and even we got some clarification that why we are not using write ln in real time. Okay. Why we need to use always write. Okay. Fine. So that's it. So next, so what is the importance of backward slash in JavaScript? Okay, so just 1 second. I need to save these programs. Okay, so next we are going to discuss the importance of backward slash. Okay, so now, so in real time, recommended is always writing the code inside the head part, JavaScript. Okay, not only JavaScript, even CSS also. Recommended place is always head part. I'll prefer always head part. Okay, so now here I'm going to write document dot write. So just some text. So now even, so again, 2 times I wrote this Sivasoft. So check the output. So I got the output, no problem. Okay. Now I am going to break the statement. So now I break the statement like this. Okay. Even here also I am breaking the statement like this. But if you break inside the quotations, especially, okay, in both the cases, we will not get any output because JavaScript code executes from top to bottom. Here, if you have any syntax error, that is showing effect on the next one also. But right now, I am going to use backward slash. It will consider like a what? Now it is a single statement. It is not like two statements or something. Okay, so now go and check it here. Now we got the output. Okay, but if you are breaking like this, no need to write anything. Okay, but whenever you are breaking the statement inside the quotations, then only we need to use what? Backward slash. So then only we need to use what? Backward slash. Okay, fine. So in this case, no need to write. So this is the importance of backward slash concept. Okay, so nothing but line break. Don't think that br tag, that is different. Okay, in JavaScript, line break means this is called line break. Okay, so now one more concept, so that is comments. So we are having totally, okay, 3 comments. First one is what? HTML comment. Okay, but generally in C language anywhere we are having single line and multi-line comment. Okay, but in case of here, even we are having HTML comment also. So generally, what is the purpose regarding comments? To explain or hide the code in program itself. Okay, so first step here, I am writing, this is which program? Yeah, okay. So comment program. So in this case, I'm going to type as usual document dot write Sivasoft and go and check it. Okay, now I want to explain something about this. What exactly document.write is doing here? To display the single line comment I am using text on the browser. So now go and check. I am able to view only the Sivasoft, not the explanation part. This is just for our future reference. So this is just for our future reference. Okay. So I used which comment here? Single line comment. Okay. And we should not use HTML comment. HTML comment mainly for HTML tags only, not for inside the script tag. Now I am using here single line comment. Okay, so not only explaining the code, even we can hide the code to prevent from execution. So for example, document dot write Sivasoft 1. So here I don't want to view or I don't want to display Sivasoft 1 in browser. So just I'm going to use what here, single line command. So just save it and just refresh. Are you getting it? Okay. So next, so not only single line, even we can also use what, multi-line also. So for example, I want to hide Sivasoft 2 and Sivasoft 3. So no problem, you can use single line command to hide something here, no problem. But instead of having single line, if you have more than one line to hide, okay, to apply the command, use multi-line. Now control S to save and check it. So it's completely hidden. So it's up to you. You can use either single line command or multi-line command. Okay, so I think you got some clarification there. So to explain or hide the code in programmers. Then when we need to use this HTML command, only for HTML tags. For example, I am having some P paragraph. So I want to hide this. Which one? Paragraph. So I'm using single line command here. So control S to save and just refresh. So it is not hiding. Even we can use what? Multi-line command. So it's not working. So we can use HTML command. That means HTML tags supports only HTML command. The same HTML command, even if you want, you can try like this. For example, document.write. Okay, so Sivasoft 4. So HTML command, it will not work inside the script tag. So inside the script tag, use either single line command or multi-line command. Okay, but here, what I'm trying to do here is I'm going to write like this. No problem, because script also is a HTML tag. Style also is a HTML tag. So if I write directly for the script tag, then no problem. Everything is going to hide. Okay. So that the primary purpose of this comment is what? To explain the code. And secondary purpose is what? To hide the code. Okay. So here also we are hiding. Here also we are hiding. But the difference is here we are explaining something about the code. And here we are hiding the code. Okay. So today, so maybe some of the students, they did not join. Okay, no problem. Today I'm closing here. From tomorrow onwards, we'll take extra. Okay, fine. So after this class, okay, in I think in WhatsApp, you shared your emails, right? Okay, I will share these programs and you can get from there. Okay, to your email ID. So please, once again, send your emails now. Okay, I will share in Google Drive this one. Okay, thank you.